Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to share with you an updated what I eat in a day video, and basically I'm just going to share with you 3 recipes and also just give you an idea of what I like to snack on. If you've been following any of my morning routine videos, you know that lemon water is the first thing that I drink when I first wake up. It helps boost my immune system, it helps digestion, it just helps with so many things. So my husband is the one that usually makes my coffee, that's why you're seeing his arms. He just adds a little bit of cream and agave to it, and then I like to go in and sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon just for a nice touch. And I will leave the name of my coffee machine down in the info box. I get a lot of questions about it. Nowadays, I do like to have a big breakfast. I find that it keeps me full longer. For breakfast, I'm gonna caramelize some onions with a little bit of spinach and then poach an egg with a side of avocado. It's really simple to make. And I just take half an onion and I slice it up, and then I put it in a pan with a little bit of avocado oil. And once they were nice and brown, I turn the heat down to medium low, and then I let it cook slowly for 10 minutes. And this is going to really get all of that sweetness out of the onion, and they're gonna taste amazing. And I just continued to stir it throughout those 10 minutes to make sure that the onions didn't burn. So after the 10 minutes were up, I just grabbed a handful of spinach and I threw it into the pan, and I turned the pan off and just kind of let it cook a little bit with the heat of the onions. I decided to poach my egg just because I didn't want to use any more oil. And it's super simple to poach an egg. I actually have a video where I go really into detail, so I will leave that video link down below in case you need a little more explanation. Basically, I just brought the water to a low simmer, and then I twirl it to create kind of like a vortex, and I slowly pour the egg in there and just let it cook for about 3 minutes, and then you have this beautifully poached egg. And I put it on a paper towel so it can soak up any of that liquid. Then I took a quarter of an avocado and I served it with my eggs on top of the bed of spinach with caramelized onions. And I love the way this tastes with sriracha. It is so good, especially the onions makes all the difference when you caramelize them and really extract the sweetness. It's so delicious. So after every large meal, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, I have a cup of tea within 30 minutes to an hour after eating. I find that this really helps me digest my food a lot quicker. So I like to alternate between green tea and this detox tea from Amazon. I'll generally do detox first thing in the morning, and then I'll do green tea after my lunch, and then I go back to detox at night after dinner. But I didn't show you guys those clips throughout the video because I felt like it was a little too redundant, but just know that I have tea after every meal. A couple hours later, I usually get a little bit hungrier. One of my favorite things to snack on are these yogurts. I recently discovered these and I have been obsessed. I even got my husband hooked on them. They have so many different flavors, but my favorite is the coconut flavor. It has actual coconut shavings in it, and it's so good. So I'll generally just eat half of it for a snack, and then I'll save the other half for later, and I'll have it after lunch or the next day. So for lunch, I decided on a salad, and all I had was steak on hand. If you don't eat red meat, you can substitute it for chicken, fish, shrimp, really any protein that you want. I love making my own vinaigrettes whenever I make salads at home. It takes your salad to a whole nother level. So to make the vinaigrette, I just used some shallots and fig, and I just gave it a good mince, and I just added them into a mason jar so it's easy to shake it up. I will leave measurements to everything down in the info box in case you guys want to follow along with the recipe. I set the vinaigrette aside so that the flavors could really come together. Another ingredient that makes the salad super special are these coconut chips that are made into faux bacon. They satisfy that really crunchy, crispy, smoky flavor that bacon gives you, but without having to eat bacon. I actually got the inspiration from a subscriber that suggested that I should try it, and I looked up the recipe and I found a blog, so I will leave the blog post that I found down below if you guys want to look at it. And these are the 3 ingredients that you need for the sauce. I just mix them together, and then I spread the coconut chips on a pan, and I went ahead and drizzled that sauce, and then I just mixed it up really nicely, and I baked it at 350 degrees for 7 minutes. After those 7 minutes were up, I flipped them over, and then I baked it for another 6 to 7 minutes or until crispy. When I took them out of the oven, I let them cool for about 2 minutes because they continued to get crispy. And then I also topped them with a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of sea salt. And this really takes it to another level and really makes it taste like real bacon. It's so good. So after that was done, I went ahead and started assembling my salad. So I used baby spinach and I drizzled it with the vinaigrette that I made, and I tossed it really well. And then I added some cherry tomatoes or grape tomatoes. I'm not sure what kind of tomatoes they are. And then I started to prepare my steaks. This is my favorite way of preparing steak. It's very simple. You just rub it with a little bit of olive oil, salt, and pepper, and you just give it a good massage, and then you just put it on a pan on medium-high heat and let it cook for about 3 to 4 minutes on each side. After the steak is cooked, all that's left to do is assemble the salad. I also added goat cheese and strawberries, and the goat cheese goes really nicely with the strawberries and the fig vinaigrette that we made. And then I topped it with the steak, and then I sprinkled it with the coconut bacon, and the salad is so good. If you have somebody in your family that doesn't like salad because it's healthy, have them try the salad. I promise you, they'll want more. The salad kept me full all the way through dinner, so I didn't even need a snack. For dinner, I made these stuffed tomatoes. They're stuffed with quinoa and brown rice, and then topped with mozzarella cheese. And you guys, they are amazing. So I just cooked the rice and the quinoa following the instructions on the box. Then I took a ripe tomato and I cut the top off, and I scooped all of the insides out, like the seeds, everything out. I took the insides out of the tomato and I added that to the rice that was cooking on the stove. Once the quinoa and the rice were about 80% done, I took them out and I mixed them in a bowl together and went ahead and scooped it into the tomato. And it's gonna continue cooking in the oven, so that's why you don't have to let it cook all the way. Definitely season the rice and quinoa the way that you like it. I just did a little bit of sea salt to it, and then I added it to my tomato, and I topped that with a fresh piece of mozzarella cheese. You definitely want to do the fresh mozzarella. It just gives it such a delicious flavor. And I put that in the oven at 350 degrees for 25 minutes, and that continued to cook the rice. It cooked the tomato, and then the last minute I put it on broil to really crisp up that cheese, but you definitely don't have to do the broiling part. I just really like the way that it tastes when it's nice and crispy. And then I just served it on top of a bed of spinach, and I added some balsamic vinegar to it. And of course, I had it with a huge glass of water. And after dinner, I had another cup of tea. This will pretty much keep me full for the rest of the night. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you get some inspiration for your meals and your lunches and your dinners. If you like the video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up so I know to make more videos like this in the future. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah. Bye.